In the hidden corridors of power, where the heavens tremble and the weight of forgotten divinity still lingers, there lies a name of ancient and unsettling resonance: Bael, king of legions and weaver of chaos and order. To speak his name is to awaken a force older than the stars themselves, a being whose presence bends the laws of both heaven and hell. This invocation is no mere summoning, it is a journey into the twilight between worlds where the echoes of gods, demons, and primordial energies converge. Bael's throne, long obscured by the passage of eons, still burns with the fire of forgotten temples. To those who seek his audience, he is not simply a creature of darkness, but a king who once held dominion over both the heights of Baal's celestial court and the depths of infernal realms. His power, veiled by the forms of beasts and cloaked in silence, is a testament to the balance he commands between the divine and the demonic. Here, within this grimoire, the keys to summoning Bael lie hidden, awaiting the hand of the adept who dares to reach beyond the veil. But be warned, this is no trivial pursuit. To call upon Bael is to summon a force that transcends the mortal world, a power that demands the utmost reverence and understanding. Only those who approach with both fear and wisdom will grasp the fullness of his might. For in Bael's gaze, the seeker stands not as a mere petitioner, but as a thread in the cosmic tapestry, binding the forces of heaven and hell with a single utterance. To speak his name is to become the axis upon which worlds may turn.
From the heights where the stars first sang, and the depths where shadows stir and hang, by the name of Baal, once crowned in flame, I call thee, Bael, by ancient name. King of legions, ruler of night, step forth from the dark in power and might. Through the circles bound, I summon thee in wisdom, strength, and secrecy.
From the ancient realms where the heavens tremble and the whispers of gods are but forgotten dreams, there stands Bael, whose name is etched upon the stones of time. King of legions uncounted, he weaves the threads of chaos and order. His throne rises amidst the ruins of divinity, where once his name was sung in the high places of Baal, now claimed by shadows deep. His power strains the fabric of infernal law, where legions bend and worlds shift beneath his gaze. With the circle drawn upon the earth, the sigils must be carved in the language of the stars, for no common mark may hold the presence of a king. Seek the names of old that carried the tongues of men to the skies. Baal, whose throne still smolders in forgotten fire. Let no word falter, let no line waver. The king will hear the breath in your soul and judge its weight. Speak his name as one who has tasted the wind of gods, for only such reverence may draw his gaze upon this mortal plane. In the hour of the serpent's ascent, stand ready.
By the name of Baal, both high and low, King of legions, let thy power flow. In heaven, earth, and abyss you reign, by triad's law now break your chain. In this circle bound, by will entwined, thy name, thy rank, to me aligned.
And step forth into the circle where earth and sky shall tremble at thy presence. The initiate must understand. Bael is neither beast nor devil alone, but an echo of divinity lost to time. His power bears the weight of ancient authority and the fierce reign of a king who commands the lower realms. To summon him is to draw forth that which is both divine and infernal. Balance must be kept between reverence for his celestial past and the force of his infernal present, for in such balance lies the key to control. In his presence you are but the thread that ties heaven and hell, and with that thread you must bind his will to yours. In the shadows of night, where the veil is thin, Bael takes his form as creatures of the earth and sky. He is the toad who knows the silent paths of water and stone. He is the cat whose paws are silent upon the earth, moving unseen beneath the gaze of the moon. And yet within this beastly guise, the mind of man is present, guiding with wisdom and cunning. His eyes pierce the dark, his thoughts moving in labyrinthine turns where no mortal may follow. These are his signs, bound to shadow and secrecy, his wisdom guarded by the creatures that walk where others fear to tread. Prepare the space where no light may fall but the glow of twilight. It is here in the dimmest hours that his form takes shape. Place before you the signs of his coming, toads that dwell in the murky depths and cats who move with the silence of wind through hollow places. Let their symbols be aligned in the four corners where wisdom touches stealth, and in the center, call forth the form of man. for it is through intellect that Bael's creatures are given purpose. Know that his wisdom comes cloaked in silence, and only the watchful mind will see what others cannot.
From shadowed depths where wisdom sleeps, the toad and cat through twilight creeps. With human head your mind prevails, guide beast and stealth where reason sails. Bael in triune form appear, with knowledge deep draw ever near.
Bael's triune form is a living symbol of balance, the toad for hidden knowledge, the cat for movement through secrecy, and the human head for intellect to command both. The wise summoner will know that these forms must be invoked where concealment reigns, where light and dark mingle, for it is in this liminal space that Bael's full wisdom may be revealed. The toad whispers of forgotten places, the cat stalks the paths between worlds, and the man's mind brings them together, crafting thoughts of endless depth. Invisible is the path he treads, unseen are the hands that move through the worlds of men. Bael, king of legions and master of hidden knowledge, walks where no eye can see, and in his wake he leaves the sciences that bend the will of creation. He is the teacher of those who seek the secrets buried in the dust of the earth, and through him the unseen becomes known, the invisible takes form. His legions move in silence, shaking the roots of the earth, yet never waking the sleeping world above. Prepare in stillness and silence, for Bael's ways are best revealed when the tongue is stilled and the heart speaks in quiet beats. The circle must be drawn where no sound disturbs, and the air must carry no scent but the faintest trace of incense that whispers to the unseen realms. Call forth the spirits of science and wisdom, those who know the deeper workings of the world. And when the time is right, speak his name as one who seeks not dominion but knowledge that flows from lips invisible.
Bael by unseen paths where silence leads, bring forth the knowledge my spirit needs. Let legions rise, their steps unknown, in science deep thy will is shown. From hidden hands let power grow, by wisdom's might thy secrets flow.
Bael's gift of invisibility is a blessing for the adept who seeks knowledge that lies beyond the reach of mortal eyes. He brings forth not only hidden truths, but the power to command the unseen forces that govern the world. The summoner must approach with patience, knowing that Bael's teachings are for those who understand the value of subtlety. His legions, vast and silent, wait for the command of one who speaks not with noise, but with the clarity of thought that moves in harmony with the forces of the hidden world, commanding the presence. The circle is drawn, the sacred boundary that binds the powers of the earth and sky. It is within this space that Bael, king of the infernal hosts, must be summoned, for the laws of the circle hold the forces of chaos at bay. The names of power resonate through the air, filling the void with the authority of the divine. No force may break these bonds, for the words are etched in the bones of the world itself. The king of demons shall come forth, but only through the gates of ritual and law. His face shall appear within the circle's bounds, where the power of the heavens calls him forth. Mark the earth with precision, each line an echo of the stars above. The circle must be perfect, its angles sharp and clear, for it is the shield against the chaos of the lower realms. Call upon the names of power, the words that open the gates of heaven and bind the spirits of hell. Each name must be spoken with reverence, for through these names, Bael is drawn forth. His presence is heavy with authority, and the summoner must stand firm, for it is through respect and law that his appearance is compelled.
By circle drawn, with words of power I summon thee in this sacred hour. Through heaven's light and earth's strong grace, let Bael now fill this holy space. By triad's bond thy face I see, step forth, O King, and bend to me.
The circle is not merely a boundary, but a vessel for the divine and infernal forces that govern the summoning. It is through this sacred geometry that Bael's presence is controlled, for his power is vast, and only through the law of the circle can he be brought forth safely. The names of power are the keys that unlock the gates between worlds, and the summoner must wield them with the authority of one who walks between the divine and the demonic. In this, the ritual's success is assured, for the laws of the circle cannot be broken. Governance of legions. 66 legions march beneath his hand, their steps shaking the earth as they move at his command. Bael, king of the infernal hosts, commands with wisdom and strength, each task delegated with perfect clarity. His legions are vast, unyielding, and their power is bound to his will. They are the silent army that moves between worlds, accomplishing feats both great and small with unwavering precision. From the depths of the abyss they rise, each one bound to the word of their king. When the weight of many tasks presses upon you, summon Bael with care. His legions are many, and their power is great, but they require the clarity of your will to guide them. Stand firm in your intent and speak with the authority of one who commands an army of shadows. Let each task be set before him with precision, for Bael's legions do not act in haste but with purpose and skill. Call upon him when your strength is not enough, and let his forces move through the world as 1,000 hands of fate.
O Bael, whose legions thrice aligned, in host unseen by thy will confined, 66 strong their tasks await, in triadic force command their fate. Let earth and sky and depths obey, with perfect strength complete this day.
Bael's legions are a force unmatched, capable of moving mountains and shifting the tides of fate, yet they are bound by the clarity of the summoner's will. To call upon them is to wield a power that spans the realms, but it is a power that must be directed with precision. The summoner must trust in Bael's authority, knowing that his legions will act swiftly and with perfect accuracy, accomplishing all that is set before them without hesitation or error. In the infernal courts, Bael's name is spoken with respect, for he stands among allies, his power shared with those who rule the dark realms. Yet though he walks among equals, it is the will of the summoner that reigns in the circle. The forces of hell may be many, but they are bound to the one who commands with strength. Bael's alliances are vast, and his reach extends far, but even the greatest of infernal kings must bow to the will of the magician when called. When the need arises to summon more than one, let Bael's name be spoken first, for his rank among demons ensures that others will follow. Invoke his allies with care, for each carries their own power, but always let your will stand above theirs. Speak the names of flame and shadow, but do not falter, for in this moment you are the ruler of the circle, and all must act according to your command.
Bael, with allies far and wide, thy strength in bonds and flames abide. Through ties of old and pacts renewed, by my command let all be sued. With triads will their power bend, and to my will their forces lend.
Though Bael's power is great, his strength lies also in his alliances. The summoner may call upon these forces when needed, but only with the clear intent of command. The legions of hell are many, and their leaders stand as kings, yet in the circle the summoner is the master, and the forces of the abyss must obey. Let the will be firm and the command clear, for the balance of power must always remain in the summoner's favor. Mars burns in the heavens, its fires stoking the warlike nature of Bael. The winds of air carry his power swiftly through the night, moving unseen through the corridors of time. Yet it is the stars that align his might, for the cosmos itself must be in harmony with his presence. The forces of the planets guide his hand, and it is through their movements that Bael's influence reaches its zenith. Watch the stars and let their light guide your work. The day must be chosen with care, for the alignment of Mars and air must be perfect. In this moment, Bael's power is at its height, and his influence flows through the winds of the earth. Set the time by the stars, and let the ritual be aligned with the cosmic forces that bind the heavens to the earth. Only then may his full strength be summoned.
By Mars' fire and air's swift flight I call thee forth through starry light. In Triad's path let Bael's powers align. With planets' force your might combine. Let cosmic winds now guide your way, in heaven, earth and night's array.
The summoner must understand the cosmic forces that govern Bael's power. Mars grants him strength, while air carries his influence through the unseen realms. The ritual must be timed with precision, for it is through the alignment of these forces that Bael's full potential is realized. The stars are the key, and through them the summoner may unlock the power of the King of Demons, bringing forth his might in perfect harmony with the universe. Solomon, who bound these spirits with knowledge and authority, understood that power without wisdom is perilous, and command without respect for the forces invoked is folly. Bael, like all spirits of the lower realms, requires not only precision in ritual, but discernment in intention. The summoner must walk the path between ambition and humility, for Bael's legions and knowledge are vast, but they are not to be trifled with. Solomon's greatest wisdom was not simply in his command over spirits, but in his recognition that true mastery lies in understanding the balance between the seen and the unseen, the mortal and the divine. When you summon Bael, or any spirit of the Goetia, remember that the greatest power is not dominance, but alignment, working in harmony with the ancient forces that shape the cosmos. Bael offers much to those who approach him with clarity of purpose and respect, but his gifts must be wielded with care. As Solomon warned, those who seek control over the spirits must first control themselves. In the end, the summoner must leave the circle with not only the knowledge gained, but the wisdom to know when and how to use it. Let the lessons of the great king guide you, and remember, power once summoned must always be balanced with responsibility.
As the veil now falls and the winds grow still, by Solomon's seal and sovereign will, depart, O Bael, to the realms you command. With reverence I release thy hand. Legions return to shadowed rest. By law and oath we've passed this test. Go now, king, by the path of night, until called once more by stars' dim light.